Archangel Michael says, listen carefully, because this message is not reaching you by mistake. A hidden circle of people who once clapped for you in the light have been whispering your name in the dark. Their smiles were rehearsed, their words were sweet, but their intentions were rusted behind the surface of praise. They watched you rise when they thought you would stay crawling, and the moment your light outshined their shadows, they quietly turned away. It wasn't because you failed, it was because you began to succeed without their permission. Every blessing you received made their insecurities tremble like glass about to crack. You were never meant to belong to the crowd that only loves when you are small. These same voices that once said, "I'm proud of you," are the ones that stopped clapping when your destiny began to bloom. They didn't want you to notice, but heaven saw it all before you did. Your heart knew something felt off lately, the silence, the delay, the cold stares behind friendly words. The reason you feel that weight in your chest is because certain people have secretly withdrawn their energy from you. But what they didn't know is that when they left, heaven stepped closer. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The name that stands out among them begins with the letter S, a person who once called you family, but carried jealousy deeper than loyalty. They pretended to cheer for you, but deep down they feared your glow. Every new door that opened for you made them whisper behind curtains of false concern. There's another whose name starts with J, someone who stopped checking on you when your storms became too heavy for them to handle. But don't be sad, because their absence was heaven's protection. Some people were never meant to go where you're heading next. This message is meant to expose, not to hurt. Because the truth is, heaven only allows people to fall away when your season of breakthrough is too sacred for polluted hands. Every fake supporter that left you created space for divine alignment. Archangel Michael says, a new support system is forming behind the veil, people whose hearts carry truth, not envy. They are already being guided toward you, preparing to replace what was taken unfairly. You will soon notice unfamiliar names showing genuine care, messages that warm your soul, and faces that feel like home without explanation. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The reason these betrayals happen now is because your next blessing is heavier than before. Some people had to be exposed so your foundation wouldn't shake when abundance arrives. You were never losing people, you were being purified of those who can't handle your rise. There's one name specifically that will shock you, M, someone who pretended to mentor or guide you but secretly prayed for your downfall. You will soon see a clear sign, a sudden slip of words, a social post, or silence that speaks louder than apology. When it happens, don't react. Heaven already handled it. You've cried over wrong friendships that were never true to begin with. You've stayed loyal to people who treated you like an option. But your tears have reached the divine record, every drop has been counted, and every wound is being rewritten into strength. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Do not chase explanations. Do not beg to understand why someone's heart shifted. Their distance was the answer you needed. The ones who stopped supporting you were never meant to hold your hand during the crown moment that's coming. You will soon notice your spirit feeling lighter. That's not loneliness, it's freedom. The noise that left your life was never melody, it was interference trying to block your calling. When you feel peace after walking away, that's heaven confirming your protection. There's another soul whose name starts with R, pretending to be happy for you while secretly watching your every move. Their silence has meaning. They can't celebrate you because their spirit can't match your light. Heaven will soon separate you naturally, through time, distance, or exposure. Archangel Michael says, when they left, they made room for miracles. You are not abandoned, you are being escorted into divine replacement. What's coming next will prove that loyalty from heaven outweighs the loss of man. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Your destiny does not depend on their validation. Every door they tried to close will reopen with divine force. You will be called back to places they said you'd never return to, but this time, you'll walk in as the chosen one, not the forgotten one. They whispered your name to ruin you, but heaven turned those whispers into your introduction. You will soon hear that the same people who mocked you are now admiring your strength. Some of them will even come back, pretending to apologize, but their guilt will reveal itself through trembling voices. Forgive them silently, but never reattach where heaven detached you. Peace is your new boundary, not explanation. Keep moving, because the angels are rearranging your circle to match your new level. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There is a shift coming within days. Someone who has been ignoring you will suddenly remember your name. They will reach out, not because of guilt, but because heaven will use them to deliver a message that will confirm this entire word. You are about to see everything that was hidden, not through confrontation, but through revelation. Their true colors will unfold in moments when you least expect it, and your heart will understand why some things had to end. You didn't lose support. You lost surveillance. Those who stopped clapping were only watching to see if you'd fall. But you didn't. You stood taller, wiser, more graceful, and that's what scares them most. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The truth is, heaven isolated you to protect your peace. What you thought was rejection was actually redirection. You were not being ignored, you were being reserved for something greater. A new connection with the letter T will soon enter your life, someone pure-hearted, supportive, and guided by divine timing. They will carry an energy that feels instantly peaceful, and their presence will remind you what real friendship feels like. Archangel Michael has already cut the energetic cords between you and those who misused your love. That's why you may feel emotionally distant from certain people lately. Don't resist it, let the separation happen naturally. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Every loss is secretly a relocation. You are being moved into higher territory, both spiritually and materially. Your voice, once overlooked, will now carry authority that cannot be denied. You are entering a new phase where fake people cannot breathe. Their lies will collapse under the weight of your truth. The peace you feel now is not emptiness, it's preparation for overflow. Remember, you don't need everyone to understand you, you just need heaven to stand behind you. And heaven already has. Soon, every person who stepped away will witness how divine timing defends the chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The letter A, someone whose absence hurt you most, will think about reaching out soon. Their dreams will be filled with memories of you, and their heart will ache from guilt. But you won't need to respond. Silence will speak your growth louder than words. You are not meant to explain your path to those who lost their way. Keep walking, even if it feels quiet. The right ones will find you, guided by light, not by gossip. Archangel Michael says, keep your circle small, your faith strong, and your energy clean. Because soon, you will not just recover, you will reign. Every fake supporter that left was a confirmation that your throne is near. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The season of loneliness will turn into recognition. The people who ghosted you will see your face shining in places they said you'd never reach. And the best part, you won't need to prove anything. Your success will speak in silence. This is not revenge, this is restoration. Heaven never punishes, it promotes. The same table where you cried will soon be the table where you celebrate. Those names, S, J, M, R, are only the beginning. Every person who thought your fall was final will be forced to watch your resurrection. You are rising with quiet power, wrapped in angelic light. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Your journey is entering the phase of divine elevation. The angels are whispering your name in places your feet haven't reached yet. The rejection you faced was the gateway to recognition. So, stand firm. Stay gentle. And remember, your isolation was divine preparation for an audience that truly believes in you. The next chapter won't require explanation, it will only require faith. The names that turned away from you have no power over what's written next. You were chosen not to be liked, but to be lifted. Every delay, every distance, every silence was heaven's strategy, not punishment. Archangel Michael says, you are surrounded by light now. Those who once left will soon say, I always knew you'd make it. But deep down, you'll know, heaven made it happen, not them. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You have passed the test of loyalty. Now heaven is unlocking your next chapter, wealth, peace, and divine companionship. You will be supported again, but this time, by hearts that will never turn cold. Stay calm, stay grounded, and keep your spirit open. Because before the month ends, a door you forgot about will reopen, not by man, but by miracle. And when it does, you'll understand why certain names had to fade before your glow arrived. The shift is already in motion. The crowd may have thinned, but heaven's army has multiplied. You are not alone, you are chosen. And when the new wave of blessings hits, remember to stay humble and grateful. Because what's coming next will silence every voice that ever doubted you. They thought your silence meant defeat, but heaven was building something sacred in that silence. The same people who stopped supporting you are now realizing they can't find peace after leaving you behind. They replay their choices in their minds, and each time they do, their spirit trembles. Because deep down, they know they walked away from something pure. The whispers they started in envy are now echoing back to them in guilt. One by one, those who left are seeing you glow again, not through attention, but through divine energy that can't be faked. You've started to attract blessings faster than before, and that's what scares them the most. Now, their eyes are on you again, but this time not with pride, with regret. They scroll through your photos, hear your name in random conversations, and feel a strange tug in their hearts. That's heaven's way of reminding them what they lost by turning their back. Some of them are preparing to return, not to help you, but to benefit from your rise again. But Archangel Michael says, be still, this time, discernment must lead, not emotion. You are not who you were when they left, your boundaries have become divine walls. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. There's one specific energy, the name beginning with C, that's trying to reconnect through mutual friends. They miss the version of you that tolerated their half-love. But that version no longer exists. You've healed too much to go back to what hurt you. Heaven is showing you who's who through subtle signs. Someone will suddenly slip your name in a conversation they shouldn't have been part of. Another will accidentally, like an old post, revealing they've been watching. These aren't coincidences, these are confirmations. Do not chase closure where God already wrote the end. The people who stopped supporting you are only part of the old timeline that expired the moment you accepted peace. You're no longer seeking validation, you're attracting alignment. Your life is about to become a mirror, everyone who betrayed you will see their reflection in your success. But remember, your story is not about revenge. It's about divine revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. There's someone whose name starts with D who once laughed when you failed. Heaven heard that laugh. Now, the tables are turning in silence. They'll watch you receive opportunities they tried to block, and it will humble them beyond words. The world doesn't know the battles you fought in secret, the tears, the disappointments, the nights you questioned your worth. But heaven saw it all, and every unseen tear has turned into unseen favor waiting to unfold publicly. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Just walk in grace, and let your peace make the noise. People who stopped believing in you will soon start defending you, without even knowing why. That's divine reversal. Archangel Michael says, those who turned away will soon turn around. But when they do, you will no longer need their applause, because heaven's validation is louder. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You are standing in a transition zone, one where betrayal is replaced with blessing. Don't mistake the quiet for emptiness, it's preparation for overflow. You will start seeing unexpected favor, random messages of appreciation, and divine helpers rising from nowhere. Some people had to step aside because they carried envy disguised as advice. They weren't clapping for you, they were counting your steps, waiting for you to stumble. But now, they will see a version of you so unstoppable that even their silence will sound like applause. Every fake friend that left created a vacancy for an angel to step in. Watch how new names appear in your life, names you've never heard before, yet they feel familiar, safe, guided. That's heaven replacing the false with the faithful. Do not fear the empty seats around you. They're being cleared so divine ones can sit there. The energy around you is shifting fast, and those who cannot match your vibration will fade away naturally. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You've entered the era where God's spotlight follows you even in darkness. That's why certain people left, they couldn't survive in your glow. They tried to dim you by distancing themselves, but it only made your light easier to see. They thought walking away would stop your flow, but instead, it increased it. What was meant to break you became your new foundation. You're walking with unseen strength, carrying divine favor like a shield. The one with the name starting with E has been battling guilt lately. They've been dreaming about you, replaying conversations they can't forget. They'll reach out soon, not because they want reconciliation, but because their spirit seeks relief from the weight of what they did. Forgive quietly, release completely, and continue rising peacefully. Your healing is your loudest victory. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. You're about to see justice, not through revenge, but through reward. Every lost friendship will be replaced by divine partnership. Every backstab will turn into a platform for you to stand taller. You're not alone. Even when people walked away, angels walked in. You may not see them, but you've felt their presence, in moments of sudden calm, in the chills when you pray, in the whispers that say, keep going. Heaven is preparing a season so bright that even your enemies will benefit from your overflow. That's how divine your comeback will be, generous, radiant, unstoppable. Archangel Michael says, I am placing new guardians around your destiny. No hand raised against you will stand, and no name spoken against you will last. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The new chapter is already unfolding. You will soon receive a message or call that confirms your worth, something tied to your talent, your purpose, or your passion. It will feel like a sudden shift, but it's actually the result of silent prayers being answered. This is your divine comeback. The story everyone counted you out of will become your testimony. And those who turned away will have to watch from a distance, unable to explain how you kept rising after they stopped clapping. Let go of resentment. It has no place in your elevation. Carry peace instead, for it is your new power. Every silent cry has been heard, every ignored effort has been recorded, and every betrayal has been repurposed. You are stepping into a season of undeniable evidence, where your light will speak louder than any rumor ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The circle that left you was never your foundation, it was your filter. The moment they left, the real ones began to arrive. You are about to meet people who celebrate you without reason, support you without motive, and love you without limits. They are part of your next chapter, where loyalty will be the language and peace will be the reward. Keep your heart open but your boundaries high. Because what's coming deserves a healed version of you, not a hurt one. This transformation isn't punishment, it's promotion. You are evolving into the version heaven always intended, strong, unshakable, radiant. Those who walked away were never part of your destiny, only part of your development. Archangel Michael says, the storm that revealed who's real was never to break you, but to crown you. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. You will soon find yourself smiling at memories that once hurt. Because now, you understand, you didn't lose anyone important, you just gained clarity. The pain was a teacher, and the lesson was priceless. You're walking into new relationships, new opportunities, and divine connections that will lift you higher than the old crowd ever could. Every delay has turned into design. Every silence has become sacred. Keep walking in grace, for your path is already blessed. The ones who stopped supporting you were simply clearing the stage for heaven's spotlight. Now, it's your time to stand in it, fully, fearlessly, and faithfully. The shift has already begun, even if you haven't seen it yet. Those who withdrew their love, who turned their backs without warning, are now walking through seasons of confusion. Their hearts feel heavy, not because of you, but because heaven is revealing the truth about their choices. Every name that once smiled falsely is now facing the mirror of karma. They thought they could move ahead after leaving you behind, but destiny doesn't allow betrayal to go unbalanced. Slowly, life is teaching them that loyalty lost is favor gone. You, on the other hand, are being lifted in quietness. Your blessings are coming in ways that cannot be blocked, signed, or delayed. The angels have rearranged your path so that every good thing stolen will be restored sevenfold. This is not the time to look back. This is your era of divine separation, and those who left will soon realize they never left you, they left grace. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. One of them, with the letter L, is feeling restless lately. They keep hearing your name in conversations, seeing signs that remind them of you. It's not coincidence, it's conviction. They're realizing that their silence caused more harm than words ever could. Another, with the letter N, has been carrying guilt like a shadow. They will soon try to return, but heaven warns, do not reopen what peace has already closed. Not every apology deserves an entry back into your life. They once thought you needed their support to stand, but now they're seeing you bloom without their approval. That's divine irony. They left thinking you'd fade, but you've only grown brighter. The more they watch your rise, the more they'll wish they had stayed. But your heart has already graduated from needing their validation. You are no longer the person who tolerated their absence. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The truth is, heaven had to remove them. Their intentions were never clean. Some clapped for you publicly but mocked you privately. They smiled in your light but whispered in shadows. That kind of energy couldn't walk into your next season. You've been feeling lighter for a reason. Those silent departures were not losses, they were deliverance. You are being surrounded by genuine hearts now, people who will protect you, not project onto you. A divine alliance is forming behind the scenes. These new souls coming toward you will help elevate your name, open doors, and multiply what was once delayed. You will soon realize that the support returning is not from people, it's from purpose itself. Everything that left you was temporary. Everything that's coming is eternal. Archangel Michael says, I have exposed what was hidden, so I can bless what's honest. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. There's a heavy name, K, who once tried to turn others against you. They carried false stories and planted doubts where love once lived. But the truth is now traveling faster than lies. Soon, they will be publicly revealed without you having to say a word. Heaven's justice doesn't humiliate, it illuminates. Their actions will expose themselves in timing so perfect that even you will stand in awe. You'll hear someone else defend your name, not knowing they were guided by angels to do it. That's divine vindication. You don't have to lift your voice, your light will do the speaking. Every rumor will dissolve, and every closed mouth will open with apology. You're stepping into a season where truth walks ahead of you, clearing the path before you arrive. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. A wave of emotional peace is about to wrap around you. You'll notice it one evening, that sudden calm, that deep sigh of relief. That's not coincidence, that's Archangel Michael confirming your release. The heaviness you once carried was not yours. It belonged to the ones pretending to support you. You've been absorbing their jealousy and confusion unknowingly. But now, that energy has been cut clean. The next phases entering your journey will not drain you, they'll pour into you. Conversations will start to feel refreshing again, laughter will sound lighter, and support will come without hesitation. That's heaven replacing pain with purpose. Remember, when the wrong people leave, the right miracles arrive. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. You are walking into rooms that your name was once excluded from. People who ignored your messages will soon reach out, not from pity, but from admiration. They'll want to collaborate, help, or be seen near your glow. But you'll feel it in your spirit, who is real and who is returning for gain. Your intuition is sharper now. It's not paranoia, it's divine perception. The angels have positioned you to see truth at a glance. You won't need proof anymore, you'll simply feel the vibration. That's part of your awakening, the gift of spiritual discernment. You've learned what it feels like to be alone, and now you'll learn what it feels like to be supported the right way. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. The letter B, someone you trusted with everything, will soon appear again, acting as if nothing happened. But remember this, apology without change is manipulation. You've already forgiven them, but forgiveness doesn't mean access. Your peace is too expensive to rent to people who only come when they're empty. This next phase of your journey will require solitude first, then divine companionship. The angels are orchestrating meetings that feel accidental but are written in your timeline. Each person you'll meet will carry a piece of your purpose. Every connection lost will soon be replaced with someone 10 times more loyal, more spiritual, and more aligned. Archangel Michael says, don't chase old names. Your destiny is sending new ones. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You will soon see evidence. Not just in signs, but in real events. The person who doubted you most will hear your name in a room of opportunity. The one who betrayed you will have to watch your success unfold on a stage they once claimed was theirs. But you won't gloat. You'll smile, breathe, and walk away in peace. That's true victory, grace over gossip, calm over chaos. The divine has already turned every closed door into redirection. You are walking into a season where your very presence will silence every critic. You don't need revenge when heaven itself defends you. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Your strength has been noticed by realms unseen. The angels have recorded your endurance, every time you stayed kind when you could have turned cold. That's why your rewards will be overflowing. Expect surprises, financial breakthroughs, sudden favor, long-awaited answers. These aren't coincidences. They are returns for your patience. The same people who abandoned you will soon say, "You've changed." But that's the point, you were supposed to. Your light no longer needs permission to shine. You've passed the test of isolation, and now your crown is being adjusted for elevation. Archangel Michael says, "They left you in pain, but I will return you in power." Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Soon, someone you least expect will bring news that shifts everything. It might start small, a message, a job, a collaboration, but it will open a door that leads to your greatest chapter yet. Your name is being spoken in rooms your feet haven't stepped in. Don't rush. Just prepare. The more still you stay, the clearer the guidance becomes. Remember, those who left were simply stepping stones to your testimony. Without their departure, your destiny couldn't unfold. What they meant for harm has become heaven's handwriting for your rise. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not unsupported. You are surrounded. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. The people who stopped supporting you were never your foundation, they were your filter. What's ahead of you will prove that rejection was divine protection. Your circle is now smaller, but stronger. Your energy is cleaner, your purpose clearer, your blessings closer. Stay aligned, stay peaceful, and keep walking forward. When they see you winning quietly, they'll understand what real grace looks like. You don't owe anyone closure. You owe yourself peace. The story